Star Wars. A little bit of Star Wars. I really enjoyed the previous... Was it Jedi Outcast? Was that what it was called? I should have looked this up before I started the video, shouldn't I? But I didn't. Cal Kestis and co. I really enjoyed Star Wars meets Souls-like, kind of. I thought it was great. I really enjoyed my playthrough of it. I really enjoyed getting everything and 100%ing and collecting the lot. So I was, of course, super excited when they announced Jedi even, Survivor. We've got an official gameplay trailer here from the Game Awards. Is it in 4K? It's not in 4K. Hold on, let's see if I can find a 4K version. Here we go, 4K version. Let's see what this looks like.
The order is gone.
Back to tank.
I was betrayed by the one I trusted most. I will not be imprisoned again.
Ooh. Ooh. Looks good in 4K.
I hear you've been busy making yourself the Empire's most wanted.
Cal's looking a little bit more grizzled now, isn't he? Oh, we're going to be able to ride, yeah. And float. Oh, we're going more Breath of the Wildy by the look of it.
Jedi. Remind our friend here why his kind are supposed to be dead.
Oh, bzzzt. It looks a bit more cinematic. Oh, a bit more cinematic than previous. March. Nice.
After all we've done,
Nice fur tech.
the Empire has only grown stronger.
Off with your feet. Cal's getting battered.
Thanks, bud.
That's our Lando.
Job, Gustus.
Yeah, so team-based gameplay.
Jedi is a threat.
He definitely is. He's got a beard, so he's grown
Now
up.
that we have this,
Nice.
as long as we fight,
Grappling hook. Oh, jeez.
hope survives.
That was a luck. Great sword gameplay. Slice. March 17th. I don't think I know of any other games coming out in March so far. So that's going to be interesting. Pre-order now? Nah. I'll pre-order closer. There's very few games that I pre-order super early these days. There's something about the lighting in some of these shots that, oh, again, 4K is going to buffer like crazy. Something about the lighting in these shots that give it a real sense of depth. But also, there was a certain degree of ever so slightly more cartooniness, kind of more stylized than the first one was, I think. As I said, it's been a while since I played the first game. But there's just something about it that looks ever so slightly different, more video gamey, arguably, than the photorealism of the first one. Maybe I'm just misremembering it. But it there's, I don't know, did anybody else feel this? There's just something about the vibe of it that seems more, just more stylized. Something ever so slightly more stylized about it, which is not a critique. It's just, it rings different in my head to my memories of the first game. It looks good, though. I'd like to see a little bit more of the combat and more about the systems and how they have, if they have, evolved from the first game. Because I enjoyed where they were at in the first game, but if they were going to get much more complicated, you know, the thing about Souls-like combat is that it's scalable in terms of how many things that you can do at once, but you don't want to do too many things at once because it's also quite difficult. I, of course, will not be playing on the hardest difficulty again because it's not like I'm any good at these games. Although, to be fair, the first Jedi game wasn't that hard, was it? There were a few fights that were a little bit more challenging, but I won't say I was sorely tested throughout. But yeah, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I will be playing that. I'm not a massive Star Wars fan, but I really enjoyed the first one, and if it keeps some of the more Soulsy style systems, I will happily play the second one. If it does away with them because people are like, oh, we don't like this because of these Soul systems, I'll probably still play it because I also quite like the story. But maybe I won't enjoy it quite as much. I, of course, grew up with the really old kind of Jedi Knight games, so I've had a fairly wide experience with what playing as a Jedi can be like. And this was, the first one was fun of this. Hopefully this one will be too. Onwards to the next video.